Hi Pisces, welcome to your love reading for February 2020. You did have a jumping card, so let me show you this really quick. You had the Empress. So the Empress can represent the sign of Aries, but she also represents the perfect partner, the perfect relationship. You feeling like you have it all. So for those who are single, this could be maybe you're meeting someone with this Empress energy, whether it's male or female. It can also just be that maybe you're having, you're in the relationship that you've always wanted. So let's go ahead and put this back. I also want to show you what is at the bottom of the deck because I feel like this tied in with the Empress. And you have the Three of Cups. So Three of Cups is a celebration. Some of you could be celebrating you found the person of your dreams, or you're back with the person of your dreams. This is a lot of happiness. Okay, this is the love reading for the sign of Pisces for February 2020. You've got Judgment. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. The Star. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. Seven of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. Four of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. Page of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. The Lovers. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. Queen of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Pisces for February. And you've got the Ten of Swords. I feel like this card wants to come out. So let me go ahead and pull it. Yeah, and you've got the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups does represent kind of a soulmate energy. I'll put that there with the Ten of Swords. What's the most important thing that Pisces needs to hear about their love life for February 2020? The message that you have, Pisces, is you've got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands does represent a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This can represent perhaps somebody new coming into your life. This can represent your partner or an ex. Since it is a court card, I'm going to get another card to clarify. What additional message is there for the sign of Pisces about this King of Wands? You've got the Hangman. So, I mean, it can be maybe you're dealing with a fire sign where there's kind of a stuck situation, but also if it's not a fire sign, it means that you have to take action in a relationship that is stuck, that is in limbo. So let's go ahead and see what you have going on here. I'm just kind of going to jump around and see what really stands out at me. So you do have, right in the center of the reading, you've got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is telling you that whatever it is that you're dealing with in the month of February or right now, I mean, this is things changing very quickly. This is kind of very unexpected energy. Things changing very abruptly. This can be like the Tower. And you do have the Page of Cups right next to this. So the Page of Cups can be communication coming to you very unexpectedly. Perhaps you're hearing from someone where a relationship had ended, because you did have the Hangman there with the King of Wands, where maybe someone had kept you waiting. All the pages are communication, and this page is about love, feelings, emotions. Again, it has this very kind of unexpected energy with the Knight of Swords, unexpected communication coming in, where maybe somebody had been holding back from you. You have the Four of Pentacles. This is someone who had not been letting you in, someone who had been really stubborn and holding back from you. Again, expect the unexpected as far as communication. Now, I mean, I feel like you can get exactly what you want, because remember, you did have the Empress jump out. When I was properly shuffling, it was there at the beginning of the reading, and now you have the Star. This can represent the sign of Aquarius, but the Star represents what you most want, your hopes and wishes being granted. You do have a chance here. You've got Judgment. You do have a chance here for a new beginning in the month of February. It is your first card, and I always say the first card is always the most significant. There is a chance for you to have a second chance, whether it's a new relationship, or this also represents a relationship rising from the ashes, a relationship coming back to life. But this is what you have been hoping for. This is what you have been wanting. There is perhaps unexpected communication, emotional communication here, communication about feelings. I do feel like you have to be careful though. You've got the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands is telling you that, yes, you may be hearing from, this person you've been longing for, pining for, but make sure that you hear everything. This is you speaking up for yourself, standing your ground, setting boundaries so that perhaps you're not hurt again. You also have the Lovers here. So the Lovers can represent the sign of Gemini. But I mean, to me, the Lovers, this is a relationship that you really want. So I feel like some of you could be either meeting someone that you really, really want to be with in February, or perhaps this is an ex, or this is a person you really want to hold on to. Perhaps it is an air sign, because you've got the Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This can be somebody new, but can also just be maybe that you're doing a lot of thinking, because you do have the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords. So this feels more perhaps like an ex situation, because the Ten of Swords is someone who has maybe who's feeling very betrayed and someone who cannot move on. So I do see the sign of Pisces here, like you're focusing on a relationship where you can't move on. With the Ten of Swords, you don't realize how long you've been hurting. You don't realize how long you've been down. And it is a message that it's time to move on from this. But I did pull an additional card with the Ten of Swords, and it was the Two of Cups. So some of you, I mean, because the Ten of Swords is, not being able to move on, and the card that came out with it was the Two of Cups. Some of you where you've just felt like, I can't let this person go. Like, no matter what I do, I can't let them go. Some of you may not have to, with the Two of Cups being here. It's like you're still together. That strong bond, that emotional bond, that soulmate bond, because this is the soulmate card, is still there. Okay, so let's get a few more. Let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for February 2020? You've got the Fool. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for February? The Six of Swords and the Four of Wands. So you do have, another new beginning here. You've got the Fool, which is a very significant new beginning with a risk to it. So this can be perhaps, risking a new beginning with someone who has hurt you, because you do have the Ten of Swords, perhaps someone who betrayed you or someone who just deeply hurt you. There is a risk that you can take in the month of February to move in a better direction, because you do have the Six of Swords. This is moving away from a really difficult time, a really difficult situation, to a very stable one. You've got the Four of Wands. This is a very, stable, committed relationship, if not a marriage. So, I mean, just kind of looking over here before I move on to the confirmation deck and then the X spread. I feel like the sign of Pisces, like, there are new beginnings here for you. I mean, yes, you did start off with, the Hangman and the King of Wands here. Perhaps, I feel like the King of Wands, if you're not dealing with a fire sign, this is you taking action. Take the lead to get out of this stuck energy from the Hangman. Because I feel like there could be, again, emotional communication coming to you, unexpected communication coming to you from someone that you really want. The Star and the Lovers here. It's like there's a chance here for the sign of Pisces to have this new beginning, either with someone that you already love or someone new that you're meeting. There's a chance here for stability and getting away from a really difficult time here with the Six of Swords. Okay, let's get a few from the confirmation deck. Let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for February 2020? You've got the Hierophant, the Knight of Swords again. So this is a repeat. There's one here and there's one there. And the Nine of Wands. What's the most important thing that Pisces needs to hear about their love life for February 2020? Yeah, you've got Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles, I think you have that card here. Yeah, it's right here. The Four of Pentacles is someone who is holding back from you. This is someone who's being very stubborn and just not and refusing change. But now, let me just kind of move this out of the way again. You've got the Knight of Swords 2 times with the Four of Pentacles 2 times. I'll just put it there. Both of these cards are the same thing. Both of these cards are the same thing. So if you're dealing with someone who's been like very stubborn and maybe is refusing a committed relationship or has been pulling back from you, again, the Knight of Swords is like the Tower. Like anything can change very quickly, very unexpectedly. Someone who had been afraid, someone who had been holding back from you could finally open up, which I see here with the Page of Cups. This could be an I love you. This could be an I'm sorry. I've been thinking of you. This is emotional communication unexpectedly coming to you. But you also have the Nine of Wands here, which means that, you do have to protect yourself. You have the Nine of Wands here, Seven of Wands here, which I feel like you're getting what you want. There's a huge chance for you to get what you want in the month of February, but be careful. This is about being on guard so that you're not hurt, because I do see here that perhaps you have been deeply hurt with the Ten of Swords by someone that, is a soulmate who has still deeply hurt you. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Pisces, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and the person, you and your ex for the month of February. Pisces and their ex for February 2020. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, Pisces and their ex for February. Eight of Wands, Pisces and their ex for February. Ace of Swords, Pisces and their ex for February. Knight of Pentacles, Pisces and their ex for February. Ten of Wands, Pisces and their ex for February. The High Priestess, Pisces and their ex for February 2020. You've got the Moon, Pisces and their ex for February. The Eight of Pentacles. Pisces and their ex for February. And the Two of Wands. So, I mean, you've got the Moon here. And the Ace of Swords. I mean, this is the first thing that really catches my eye. So some of you may not really know, like, what is truly going on in your ex's head. Because the Moon always represents things that are hidden from you. When the Moon comes up, there are things you don't know. There are secrets. But the good thing is you have the Ace of Swords here, which means that you might actually be hearing the truth about your ex. You might really be hearing why they really left. You might be really hearing why they're holding back from you. You just had the Four of Pentacles 2 times in the first spread. The Ace of Swords, it's truth and clarity. The Moon here, the Moon is deceit or self-deceit. They could also be figuring out that, you know, they really do care about you. They really do still want to be with you. There is, you know, kind of a heavy energy between you and your ex. Even in the month of February, I have the Ten of Wands right in the center of the reading. And the Ten of Wands is like, it's heavy baggage. It's something that's weighing the relationship down. This also could be someone that perhaps doesn't really care. It could be you, or it could be the person that you love, your ex. The Ten of Wands is someone who's just burnt out, perhaps tired of trying to save a relationship. But again, with the Moon here, which also represents your energy, Pisces, the Moon doesn't mean that there are things you don't know. There are certain things about your ex that you don't know, but that you could find out in the month of February with the Ace of Swords here. You could be hearing the truth. Again, why maybe they gave up on you. This can definitely be someone giving up on you. What was really creating a burden on your relationship. I mean, you're being told here, trust your intuition. And I feel like the High Priestess here, because you're being told trust your intuition as far as should you let this person back in. I feel like that was what we're all looking at in the first spread. There were new beginnings everywhere. Trust your intuition. Do you feel like your ex truly deserves you back? Do you feel like you should give them a second chance? Because you do start with the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, I mean, this is a relationship. This is commitment. It's still here. Even if this is your ex, it's still here. And you do have the Eight of Wands as well. This is unexpected communication. And you did have the Page of Cups as well in the first spread. Emotional communication with the Knight of Swords 2 times. Some of you could be kind of blown away, like, what? They're contacting me again. They're the ones who left me. That's that kind of energy from the Eight of Wands. Like, where did this come from? Like, you know, this is usually, you've been waiting for such a long time. You'd given up hope. You thought you were just dreaming. You weren't dreaming. There's something here as far as movement around your ex. Perhaps because with the Ace of Swords, they have clarity now. They finally know what they want. But you also have, I mean, the Eight of Pentacles here and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, it's not quite clear sailing here, because the Eight of Pentacles does mean there's a lot of work to do as far as maybe getting back on track. You also have the Two of Wands, which is, you know, kind of waiting and delays, which ties in with the Knight of Pentacles. There's kind of slow progress. I feel like you could be seeing something, some kind of small things, changes or communication around your ex in the month of February. But still, there is some work to do here as far as maybe trusting each other again, getting back on track. Two of Wands. There's kind of delays and waiting here. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what other messages come up for you. What else does Pisces need to hear about their ex for February 2020? Page of Swords. Pisces and their ex. The Star, which you also had in the first spread. And the Five of Wands. It's like, you've got the truth here 2 times now. The Ace of Swords is the truth. The Page of Swords is the truth. It's like they want to tell you the truth. Again, you have the Moon in the spread. There's something you don't know. There's something you don't know, and you could really be hearing the truth. Why they really left. And this is the X spread. Why did they really leave? That they tell you one thing, but it's really another. This is someone being completely open and honest. Like, this is why I left. Sorry I didn't tell you, but that's why I left. And you also have the Star again. This was in the first spread. Your hopes and wishes being granted. Perhaps you've been longing to hear from this person. I feel like your wish comes true, but it's complicated. I mean, I literally just added the Five of Wands. It's complicated. You could be very conflicted about hearing the truth. Like, what? Like, that's what really happened? I mean, the Five of Wands is, you know, struggling perhaps with hearing the truth, or perhaps they're struggling in telling you the truth. I mean, you have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords, which is the truth. This is deceit. So I feel like there's something you don't know about your ex, but they could be highly conflicted about telling the truth, or you might be conflicted as far as finally hearing the truth. And that's where the High Priestess comes in. Trust your intuition. Okay, let's get a few more from the confirmation deck. What else does Pisces need to hear about their ex for February 2020? Nine of Wands, which also came up in the first spread. Pisces and their ex for February. The Strength card. Temperance. Yeah, you're being told here, like, don't jump on it. Just because you hear from this person, don't just kind of be like, okay, I love you, let's get back together. Like, don't do that. You've got the Strength card here, which can represent the sign of Leo, but this also means you're going to have to be really strong and really brave, perhaps in, kind of getting back on track. There's still a burden here. There's still heaviness. Someone could be, still feeling very conflicted about the relationship with the Five of Wands. This is saying someone's going to have the guts maybe to even kind of take action and move forward and, speak the truth here with the Page of Swords. And I mean, once again, this came up in the first spread. If you go back and watch, this is you being on guard. Be on guard, to be protective with this person, because I feel like someone has not been completely honest with you. You need to hear the truth. And Temperance is, this could definitely be forgiveness, but this also is telling you don't push it. Like, don't try to force things just because you hear from them, because I feel like many of you will. With the Page of Cups in the first spread and the Knight of Swords 2 times in the first spread, and now the Eight of Wands. There could be communication that has you really excited, but you're being told here, take it slow. Don't try to force anything. Okay, let me get you a bonus card from this Love Oracle here. What else does Pisces need to hear about the person that they love for February 2020? What else does Pisces need to hear about the person that they love for February 2020? What else does Pisces need to hear? I feel like this one here. What is it? Yeah, we've got triangle. It's not going to apply to everyone, so don't freak out. But triangle can be that. I've told you with the moon here a few times now, there could be something you don't know. It does not, for some of you, it can be like there is perhaps someone else, and this could be, why this person is conflicted as far as coming back to you. Because if I would want someone who's struggling, so there can be perhaps another person in the picture. Maybe that's what you don't know. Again, it's not going to be for everyone, so don't get mad, but to me, when I see the triangle card, it's not always another person, as in like another guy or another girl. It could be that someone's meddling in the relationship, or there's other kind of, people involved that are kind of, maybe keeping this person away from you. Let me get another one. What else does Pisces need to hear about the person that they love for February 2020? I feel like this one here. Yeah, there's something weird here. You've got open relationship, which means that, there could be, I feel like commitment, kind of an exclusive relationship. That's where this comes in. Eight of Pentacles. There's some work to do, because this means, I don't have to explain what an open relationship is. It's like they could be looking elsewhere. And I just pulled this with the triangle card. So, there could be someone, if this is your ex and you don't know maybe if they've moved on, it could be maybe that there are, kind of maybe seeing someone else. But again, you may not know the truth about that relationship. They could be speaking the truth with the moon, the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Perhaps, they're trying to move away from that person. There is waiting here with the Knight of Wands. Sorry, Knight of Pentacles. Let me get you an additional card from this deck, which I've not used for anyone else. This is the Romance Angels. What else does Pisces need to hear about the person that they love for February 2020? I feel like this one here. Calling in your soulmate. And it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So I feel like, the sign of Pisces, like you're dealing with something complicated here. You're dealing with issues of truth and deceit, things coming to light, communication. You might be hearing that maybe, the person that you love maybe had, maybe there's someone else who had come into the picture, but perhaps, that is not completely 100% with open relationship. Maybe they need time to figure this out, but you're being told here, stay focused. You had the High Priestess. Well, I think the High Priestess is here. Yeah. So if you truly feel that this person is your soulmate, and you did have the soulmate card from the Tarot in the first spread, then you're being told here to stay focused. Staying focused is going to help you to get back together and kind of work out these issues. Okay, Pisces, has been your love reading for February 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.